through the restart zone or the start zone, presented by Geico. On the inside, you've got teammate Clint Boyer, who is outside Kevin Harvick. Green flag goes in the air, and the Digital Ally 400 at the Kansas Speedway is underway. Trying to get away is Kevin Harvick as he works back to one.
He'll slide away by a car length and slide downward across the nose of teammate Clint Boyer. Harvick to the lead. Boyer second. He's got a challenge on the outside from Brad Keselowski.
Boyer got the run on the inside of the racetrack, started to get a fender out in front, but Keselowski caught him. Matter of fact, they are still stacked up double wide. High-speed pace lap behind Kevin Harvick, all four.
Harvick uses the bottom line, comes right to the middle of the racetrack. He'll lead lap number one in the Digital Ally 400. Side by side, they race hard for second.
Clint Boyer's got the bottom of the racetrack. Brad Keselowski up high. Right behind them, it's 2x2. William Byron to the low line of the racetrack, trying to hold off the charge by Eric Jones.
Kevin Harvick slowly starting to tiptoe away from the field now. His lead 5 car lengths. And ahead, that is, of this ongoing battle for the number 2 position. Boyer, way deep, drives it in, turn 3. He'll grab that spot. Keselowski falls to third.
There's some great 2x2 racing a little bit further back in the field. 3 and even 4 wide. We've been watching Logano just charging through the field. We'll pick him up in another lap or 2. Meanwhile, the race leader, Kevin Harvick, is off 2.
Closest battle to the front is to the number 4 position. That's where Eric Jones slides underneath William Byron off the back straightaway.
Behind them, Paul Menard stacks it up with Kyle Busch and Alex Bowman. Bowman started a run to the inside. He'll back away and follow Kyle Busch through 3 and 4 this time by.
As expected and as Mike Bagley predicted, multiple lanes being used here early on in the running. Kevin Harvick still up front. Clint Boyer now beginning to slowly run him down.
He is within a couple of car lengths now. 2, maybe 3 more. Back to Brad Keselowski in third. Then Eric Jones. William Byron off the banking of turn 2.
They are the top 5. 6th right now is Paul Menard. 7th is Kyle Busch. 8th is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Battle for 9th right now. Kurt Busch has his hands full. Alex Bowman will look to his outside.
Right behind him, side by side, Jimmy Johnson is right there, right up against the outside retaining wall, working down to his inside, and now will give up the fight is Ryan Preece. Meanwhile, Kevin Harvick with a car length advantage in 1.
Harvick running right down on the white line at the bottom of the banking. Clint Boyer freewheeling in a groove higher off turn 2 to the backstretch.
3 Ford breakaway in Harvick, Boyer, and Keselowski. They pull away now from a good 4th place battle. Here's William Byron wedging his way underneath Eric Jones in 3.
Nice, solid, and aggressive move by William Byron. The youngster goes to the bottom of the speedway. He'll pull even with Eric Jones side by side for 4th. The interested onlooker there is Paul Menard.
Menard's going to take it to the high groove right behind Eric Jones. Jones for the moment will hang on to the 4 spot. Byron back to 5th, but here comes Menard with Kyle Busch in tow.
That is the battle for the number 5 position right now. Menard steps to the outside of William Byron. Kyle Busch there, crossover into the back straightaway. Kyle to the inside of William Byron as Byron takes it way at the racetrack.
Top 3 trying to get away, but from 4th on back, man, it's a good battle. You've got Eric Jones right there. You've got Paul Menard. Then you've got William Byron. Now side by side, you've got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Kyle Busch.
Stenhouse goes to the outside, and for the moment is going to put a wheel out in front of Kyle Busch. He's got Kurt Busch in the rearview mirror. William Byron is there as well.
5-man battle for the 7th position. The only driver out of line is Kyle Busch. He's at the bottom of the racetrack. He and Stenhouse wrestle for that spot, while Kurt Busch, Alex Bowman, and Jimmy Johnson all go topside.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the outside lanes got the shot of momentum he needs. Here comes Kurt Busch out of nowhere. At the start-finish line, he'll dive to the bottom and go 3 wide.
3 wide to the inside goes Kurt Busch. He'll bypass baby brother Kyle. He'll bypass Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Move Busch now up to the number 7 spot.
Whoa, Kyle got way loose off 2, had to come out of the gas. Bowman gets by. Now Jimmy Johnson under attack right there. He'll dive to the inside as Kyle Busch got crossed up for a moment off turn 2.
8 laps are in. Kevin Harvick leading by 3 over his teammate Clint Boyer. Clint's got about 20 back to Brad Keselowski. Another 20 back to a good 3-car battle. Eric Jones, Paul Menard, and William Byron.
Jones riding right in the middle of the racetrack this time through 1 and 2. Menard and Byron hugging the low groove. Here comes Paul Menard to the inside.
Toyota, Ford, Chevy battle for 4th, side by side off the end of the back straightaway. Menard rumbles out of the pocket, opens up the inside line, and will take the 4th spot.
Paul Menard with a sporty Wood Brothers Ford Mustang right now made that look awfully easy, and he's put him away by some 4, maybe 5 car lengths. They're side by side behind Menard.
Eric Jones's problem's not over yet. Here comes William Byron. He'll ramrod it in on the bottom of the racetrack, try to take the short way around, slides up at the exit of turn 2. He'll take the spot from Jones.
Behind those two, you've got Kurt Busch running by himself. 2 car lengths behind the battle in front of him, and he's got a battle 2 car lengths behind him in the persons of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Jimmy Johnson.
And then if you drop back just a little bit further, Alex, that is where you find Joey Logano. He just picked off Austin Dillon. And how about this? Austin at the time was running 15th. We are now 10 laps in. Joey Logano is just charging through the field.
He started 30th today because of inspection problems earlier this morning. He wasn't the only one. Quite a few had to start at the back. 11 cars, as a matter of fact. Joey Logano starting 30th. He's the highest running of those drivers, and he continues his charge towards the top of the leaderboard. Logano up to 15th. You drop back, Chase Elliott is up to 18th. Martin Truex Jr. 19th. And then Eric Almirola runs in the 22nd spot. So some of those drivers, Jeff, that had to start at the back of the field are continuing to march towards the top.
Well, I look at Kyle Larson, who also started back there. He is not having the kind of success that Logano is. Kyle Larson right now no better than 23rd. Daniel Suarez started back there. He is up to 27th. A long way to go for him. Ty Dillon has progressed only to 30th. So a lot of work to do, but knowing that they have the competition caution coming at lap number 30, they can pretty much throw caution to the wind. Dave Moody, that's exactly what they're doing out there, taking advantage of all they can right now, knowing that they're going to be on pit road here shortly.
It's been a vintage Kansas race here in the early going, Jeff. Every single inch of asphalt from top to bottom in use by somebody, and a lot of drivers finding that their cars run better on the bottom. Others find a better handling package up on the top. Some going right up the middle. Every piece of this Kansas Speedway in use right now.
It is. Even the safer barrier getting used just a bit, as Ryan Blaney was able to try to put a move on a competitor, lost the grip of the race car, slid up and scraped along that safer barrier, took some of the right side paint off of that Ford Mustang. Ryan Blaney's backslid now to the 16th position.
Right now we are 14 laps complete. Kevin Harvick showing the way. Clint Boyer goes second. Brad Keselowski third, then Paul Menard is fourth. That is 4 Fords at the front of the field. The highest running Chevrolet goes fifth, and that is William Byron.
As soon as we're back out in our yard, yep, we get company.
Dandelions, lurking crabgrass, and wheat-thin grass. But Scott's Turf Builder Triple Action takes care of them all. Now, with one bag, you can kill weeds, prevent crabgrass for up to 4 months, and feed for greener grass. Triple Action, so your lawn thrives, guaranteed. Only from Scott's.
Weeds aren't welcome here.
This is a Scott's yard. Pick up a bag of Scott's Triple Action today.
As we watched the suburban garden gnome carefully without disturbing it, he noticed that it moves like not at all. It's inanimate and utterly without brain function. But despite that, when a garden gnome hears about how Geico not only saves people money, but also gives them access to licensed agents 24/7 online and over the phone, it's clear to them you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. But on second thoughts, maybe don't watch garden gnomes too carefully. People might talk.
It was Tony Stewart that scored Stewart-Haas Racing's first win here at the Kansas Speedway. That came back in 2009. Kevin Harvick has 2 wins for the organization, 3 overall, and right now Kevin Harvick is at the front of the field. And remember, it was about 3, 4, maybe 5 car lengths he had over second place running teammate Clint Boyer. He has opened that up. In fact, Kevin Harvick right now trying to drive away. He has built a early 2-second advantage. Harvick, Boyer, Brad Keselowski, William Byron has moved now to 4th, kicking Paul Menard back to 5th. From Kansas Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hi folks, Mike Bagley here. At MRN, we rely on equipment from Racing Electronics.
Joey Logano to the lead on the back straightaway.
Racing Electronics has scanners and headphones. We can listen to every uncensored conversation between driver and crew.
You won the championship, baby, yeah!
And when we need live audio, in-car cameras, and up-to-the-second statistics, Use their latest handheld unit called Legend. To learn more about these products and many others, visit racingelectronics.com. Racing Electronics, the official two-way communication partner of MRN.
Victory Junction was young race driver Adam Petty's dream. He worked toward building a camp where children with serious medical conditions, not their illness or disease. When he died tragically, his family and friends around now made sure that dream came true. Today, Victory Junction is a camp that provides fun, life-changing experiences to children dealing with illnesses and disabilities, all at no cost to the camper. Help us serve more children by visiting victoryjunction.org.
Here is the early story here at the Kansas Speedway. A lap ago, Kevin Harvick ran about 175 and change. The next closest car to him was running about 173 flat. He is 2.5 miles quicker than everybody else on the racetrack. And Alex, well, he's showing it right now, just trying to literally drive away from the field, albeit very early on.
He is, and he's got a good race car.